Welcome back to Hellman's Kitchen. My name is Stephen Hellman. I'm a U.S. Coast Guard veteran chef. Today's episode, we're doing something phenomenal. I'm really looking forward to. We're doing sweet oven baked chicken wings. I'm doing this recipe Kano Aloha style. I say Kano Aloha because one of my boys that I served with in the Coast Guard, his name is Waka. We call him Kano. He kind of looks like a little version of the Rock. We like to refer to him as the Pebble also. Basically, he's got a few different nicknames. Anyways, he's going to be stoked to see this. I hope he enjoys it especially. I really hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications to Hellman's Kitchen for more recipes like this. This recipe really hits home with me because back in the Coast Guard when I served there as a cook, cooking for a couple hundred sailors, we used to go to Hawaii on a couple different deployments, and trying that different culture food, it's so good. Even though it's America, it's like a different culture, different country altogether almost. And this dish, I feel like symbolizes it at least a little bit in my own mind. It kind of takes me back to my time there, which was a blast, honestly. We pulled into Pearl Harbor. We got to take part in this really great exercise with all the different countries, nations. I think there were something like 50 different countries came together, their navies, and we did some social activities bonding with all of them, but we also did different war games. So that was pretty unique. We were all only Coast Guard ship there, which was a special pride that we all took to it. Anyways, this dish really reminds me of that time. I hope you enjoy it. Comment below if you have your own dish that really hits home with you, if it connects, right? This is the most important part of this entire recipe, especially since we're baking the chicken wings. We need to let the chicken wings brine. A brine is basically comprised of, you can use water for the most part, that's the base. You can use beer instead too, or another liquid. You can be creative with it. Put in a bunch of peppercorn, salt, sugar. You can throw in a few other things too. Sometimes I'll throw in some red pepper flakes or a couple other things here and there. It's best if you can brine it overnight, but even if you can brine it for just a few hours, it really absorbs into the chicken wings, and it's gonna make them that much tender when we bake them. Otherwise, they're gonna come out a little dry. So it's a very important step. So we got our chicken wings here. I got about 4 pounds or so. I'm gonna fill this up with, I got about, what is this? About a quart and a half of water right here. We're gonna throw in our salt, peppercorns, and brown sugar. You can use regular sugar too. I like brown sugar for this particular dish. So we're gonna place the chicken in the brine. We're gonna cover it, place it in the fridge for at least a few hours minimum, if not overnight, for best results. And then we're gonna take it out and we'll go from there. All right, after we brine it, we're gonna toss the chicken in the marinade, and we're gonna marinate it another, at minimum 30 minutes. Same thing though, if you can do overnight again, I mean, that's gonna be the best you could possibly do. But even just 30 minutes or so, that's gonna really sink in, especially with this brine. It's gonna make the chicken that more porous to absorb all the marinade flavors. I'm super excited for this dish, and I haven't done it in a while. I hope you enjoy it. Comment below if you have any other suggestions for me to cook. I'd love to try out. So on the ship, when we're brining chicken for a couple hundred people, for instance, we have these gigantic 2x3 versions of this Tupperware, basically, big giant vats. Toss pounds and pounds of chicken in, brine it. Takes a couple people to carry to and from. We hit some big swells, some big waves, for instance. That thing's going everywhere. It's a pain in the ass. We used to have to walk like 10, 15 feet at least with it to get around the corner into our galley. Then another 10 or 15 feet to place it. That was a big workout right there. That's probably, 50 to 100 pounds right there, easy. The pineapple and brown sugar in this marinade really sweeten up these sweet oven baked chicken wings. I use a similar marinade for flank steak that comes out really good too. Used to be a crowd favorite on my ship. You can add in more red pepper flakes if you want this to be a little more spicy. I'd recommend doubling the amount to amp it up a bit. I love sriracha on just about everything. I'll go through my phases though of hot sauce. Recently, I've been on a Cholula hot sauce kick, but usually my go-to is Tapatio. I'm curious what your favorite hot sauce is though. Let me know in the comments. I'll be honest, it is a tough sell to have to skip this step of brining any type of bone-in chicken, especially when it comes to making fried chicken. You really can't skip this step, otherwise it will dry out the meat and ruin your whole meal compared to how good it could have been otherwise. Rewatching this video kind of makes me crave fried chicken now, not gonna lie. That debate about the Popeyes chicken sandwich versus Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich was pretty wild not too long ago. I'm a little torn still, but I've got to go with the Chick-fil-A sandwich still. Something about them marinating their chicken in pickle juice, so I hear. That's probably the reason why. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this recipe. It's too good not to dig in. I hope you dig in as well. I gotta take a bite here. And it's really good. You can really tell the brine really soaked in the chicken and absorbed the marinade. It's got a nice little sweet, spicy flavor to it. If you want more of a kick, just add more red pepper, sriracha. This is so good right now. Reminds me of my days over in Hawaii. I'm sure Kano the Volcano is really enjoying this recipe too. Shout out to Waka-san. Anyways, if you want to hear more recipes like this, make sure you subscribe. Throw a comment in the section too, and a like on the video helps me out with the channel. Let me know what you think of the recipe.